We know you don't care. Because you're a fucking hypocrite. And you're showing it right here on TikTok for the world to see. What we were talking about in the video that necessitated this comment from this person was the fact that Donald Trump is a 34-time convicted felon. The fact that for the first time in American history, the person who's going to be sworn in on January 20th to be the president of the United States is doing so as a 34-time convicted felon. And I've done videos talking about how MAGA doesn't care because they claim to be the party of law and order, but they're not. They don't give a shit about law and order. They claim to be the party that gives a shit about the American way of life and the American value system, but they're not, as they're clearly indicating by not giving a shit that he's a convicted felon. And the hypocrisy oozes even deeper when it comes to this particular person who comes in and says, nobody cares. He is much better than any Democrat. We know you don't care he's a felon. The irony in it is that your profile picture features the thin blue line of the police department and says a blue family. So you pretend to give a shit about police officers who pretend to give a shit about the law until your candidate becomes a convicted felon. Then you don't give a shit. You are simultaneously telling the world that you back and support law enforcement. You're a blue family. Look at our thin blue line. While telling the world that you don't give a shit that the next president is a convicted felon because that's who you supported. We get it. You're a fucking hypocrite. It's plain as day, my guy.